Hey guys, it's me Edgar here to do my review on Masters of the Universe Revelations. Or should I call it Tifa and He-Man? Basically, that's what it is. It's a good show. It's a good cartoon show. The story has some ups and downs, but I was very entertained on how it was treating the He-Man characters. I thought it was much better than the 80s version, and I thought it can go toe to toe with the 2002 cartoon of He Man. But I will say this, the way how Mark Hamill presented himself as uh, Skeletor is just straight out amazing. 10 out of 10. He's stealing the show every time he's on screen, especially when he's fighting He Man. And I'll just say this, when you see He Man fighting Skeletor, it's pure comedy amazingness. I loved it. I thought it was just great, gorgeous animation, and I love how the banter between of them. But besides that, let's talk about it. Tifa, her big arc in this 5 episodes so far, because part two is going to come later this year and everything between. Her arc was interesting. I will give it credit. I will give the writers on Kevin Smith and his team trying to push something a little bit new on this character, because she's always a character that's very strong, tough, very funny, but also very feminine. And she basically in this show just feels like her whole life was a lie. She never was told Adam was He Man. And when you have Adam trying to redeem himself towards her, and the rest is history from there, she kind of pushes him away. Just doesn't really forgive yours truly, Adam, on what he did. Lying to her, not really being honest. And yeah, I'm hoping at the ending of uh, this whole show, once they release part two, they fix Adam. They pretty much take care of uh, Adam's little wound, and they defeat Skeletor, and you have it where Adam pretty much becomes He-Man, and the rest is history from there. And you go forward on revealing more Tifa's story on her origin and her parents and all that stuff, because they were cock teasing on her parents and everything else. So yeah, I think a lot of people need to just stop hating on Kevin Smith. I think people need to just drop the whole hatred towards Kevin Smith. Look, he lied to you because it was damage control. It was damage control. If my shit got leaked out, yeah, I would fucking tell you one thing, because I don't want the average consumer pretty much get spoiled of what I wanted to show for my show or movie. I mean, I'm going to say this right now. I'm getting real sick and tired of leaks and uh, bullshit where people dislike it and then later on they come back to it later on. It really is just, it's stupid, it's dumb, it's pathetic, and it's childish. This is a He-Man show, and I really liked it a lot. But yet again, you'll have those audience that says, if it's not He-Man the star of the show, I'm not watching it. then fine, you can go piss off for all I care. I mean, I'll say this, the 2002 cartoon was the best shit besides that 80s trash cartoon that's pretty much the most ridiculous, most downright laughably bad cartoon ever made. Period. End of story. And this show is exactly what I want it to be, a good, modernized version of He Man that really works. Now, granted, Tifa could be a little bit of a selfish bitch, but there's a plot for her reason. There's a reason why she's angry. There's a reason why she's the main star of the show so far, and we go forward with that direction. I still have hope in part two, and also the future of this series. They go do more stories of He-Man. If this fails, which I don't think it is a failure, I think it's just a good cartoon show that pretty much has good stories, good everything, and honestly should get the respect it deserves. But yet again, it is what it is. I'm going to give part one a solid 6 out of 10. It's average on how they fucking literally ended on how some of the characters go. What I mean is, my argument on the whole 6 out of 10 is it's a good start, but could be way better. I'm giving it a chance, but we'll see how things go. Anyway, I'm sure a lot of people are going to say, oh, you're just getting a 6 out of 10 because you just want to be fair with Kevin Smith. No, I just want to have hope for this series so it can go forward. I want a modernized version of He-Man, not an 80s nostalgic goggles literally catering to audience. The 2002 didn't do that, and this show shouldn't. And I'm hoping going forward that this show goes forward on He-Man and his characters, and the rest is history from there. Anywho, guys, I'll see you guys next time. That's my thoughts on part one of He-Man Masters of the Universe Revelations. It's a good show, but I feel like there was things I felt like they could have done a lot better, like the glowing skull, whatever the fuck is shit. I think they should have saved him. The ending to where, well, that kind of ended on a good note, and I wonder how this is going to go. It is a good cliffhanger, but I feel like it could have had a little bit more, like, oh, you should have explained what has Skeletor all this time. Like, for me, I feel like Skeletor should have had a little bit more presence. What I mean is, you should have had Skeletor behind the scenes, having them literally put the sword back together, and you should see what is Skeletor doing. That's what I'm saying. You saw what Adam was doing at the ending of episode. Actually, no. You saw what Adam on episode 4 and 5. And you saw what he was doing with the other champions, the other He-Mans. So it really makes me think, let's see where this goes on that. And that's another thing, too. They made the He-Man character to be a legacy character. They made it to where each person holds the sword and the next champion. It kind of reminds me of how Marvel has treated the whole Thor persona. We had Eric Masterson, and we had Jane Foster. We had Beta Ray Bill holding the hammer of Mjolnir. And it makes me think, is Kevin Smith pretty much taking some notes on Thor? That's what I got. Maybe it's just a little too convenient for me. But I mean, it is what it is. That's just how I feel. But I mean, I like it. I do like it. And I still have hope that this show will go better. But anyway, Later.